council for letting me say a few words. I know Mrs. Wilson hit about the Blue Star banner and memorial, but I want to remind people, you know, this Blue Star banner has been around since World War I, okay? And it really gained its traction during World War II, because during World War II, you either see a Blue Star banner hanging from somebody's home because their family member or whoever was serving overseas, or you might see a silver star in case they were wounded, or you might see a gold star. And unfortunately, during World War II, we see more gold stars than we wanted to see. And that's kept through basically since then, since World War I, except for two conflicts where it's kind of died out a little bit, the Korean and the Vietnam War. Unfortunately for Vietnam veterans and their families, they couldn't show these out of fear of reprisal. And it's gained traction since, and really since, you know, the first Gulf War and now the war on terrorism. And if you drive around the city of Forney, believe it or not, you'll see a lot of Blue Star banners hanging from homes. You really will. There are a lot of veterans in our community. And it really, you know, every year I go out with the Air Force ROTC. And I'll tell you, not because the chief is standing there, and the young men and women are standing there, but these kids do a lot for our community to remind us about our veterans. They really do. And every year we'll go out during Memorial Day and we place flags on the grave sites here in Forney. American Legion, different organizations that go out there as well. But this past Sunday, I was out there, prayer review had already been done. So we go out to Hillcrest, and I walk out to these young kids while the chief had half the group at DFW airport, or cemetery. The other half was here with me and their colonel. And we're walking around and we're placing these flags, and it's humbling to know how many veterans have passed away who have served our nation from the city of Forney. If you really want to see history, go out to Hillcrest Cemetery or Prairie View, and you'll really see it. What was really humbling was knowing that Vietnam, you couldn't hang those blue banners out a lot, those Blue Star banners. And then I'll go across specialist for Mr. Rhodes, who's killed in Vietnam from Forney. If I'm not mistaken, the only one from Vietnam from Forney. And you see his simple grave out there. And I had a young kid out there. He asked me, "How do you, Mr. Stevens, how do you know if they were killed in an accident?" I talked to him about the gravesite. There are so many young men and women who continually serve from our community. There are. Every day, and we go about our lives. The city council started a couple years ago of trying to recognize these kids that are joining, because so often they just join to go to the military. No one knows, you know. And I really appreciate the staff along with the council, who every time we find out about a young member joining, we give them a certificate, we bring them to the city council chambers, and we recognize them as much as we can. This is really important to me, right? But what's really important is we see memorials all out there. I've been stationed all throughout the country, and I see memorials. I'm a history buff. But often, people come in and look at a memorial and they walk away and they forget about it. Sometimes on a Blue Star memorial, highway markers, you might drive by and never read it. You just see it. But this right here, place right here by the staff, the Parks Recreation decided this is the best location. They were right. Every time we have a concert, every event we have, people are going to walk by here. And families are at least going to stop for one brief moment, and they're going to look at that. And they're going to remember. It might be little kids that mom might have to explain to little kids, you know, or their dad, and say, this is what it's about. So this isn't about two ceremonies every year about Memorial Day or Veterans Day. Hopefully this right here will remind all the citizens of Forney, and especially during our events like 4th of July, when we know everybody from all around comes around, how Forney feels about its veterans, and that we haven't forgotten. So I just want to say a few words, and that's how I feel about it. Thank you.